we are going to talk about equivalent fractions. And I'm actually going to do it differently today. We're actually going to watch the iReady lesson because I could not really find a better way to explain it. We won't watch all of it, so you'll still need to go in and do it. But that's what we're going to do today. Is everybody ready? Okay. Everybody's so busy talking. Here we go.
I'm not talking.
I know, nobody's talking except for me. Hold on. All right. So can everybody see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to go ahead. Talk about equivalent fractions.
We'll need to know how to find equivalent fractions if we want to be able to beat the fraction match challenge.
There's an app for that. Let's try using the Equivalator.
You always got us covered, little bro.
I'll set up the app to 2/5. I know 2/5 means that the size of the parts is fifths. And we're talking about 2 of the parts.
Check it out. We can use the arrows to change the number of equal parts in the whole. The shaded part won't change. It will always represent 2/5 of the whole.
We can see that no whole number of 6 is equivalent to 2/5.
It's maybe my brother. He's doing right now.
Use the app to generate an equivalent fraction to 2/5. Remember, equivalent fractions are fractions that name the same point on the number line. They have the same value.
So let's go to 6, 7, 8, 9.
It's 10.
Good.
Check you out. If we divide the whole into 10 equal parts, we can name a fraction equivalent to 2/5.
We divided the whole into 10 equal parts. So each part is 1/10. How many tenths are equivalent to 2/5?
What do y'all think?
4/10.
Let's try.
Precisely.
I think I see a relationship between the fractions.
Everybody there? Okay.
How are the fractions related? 4/10 has times as many equal parts in the whole as 2/5.
2 times.
4/10 has times as many shaded parts as 2/5.
What do you think?
2 times.
2? Okay. And 4/10 has blank times as many shaded parts as 2/5.
2.
Okay, let's look.
Nice. There are 2/10 and 1/5. So 4/10 has 2 times as many equal parts in the whole and 2 times as many shaded parts.
Well, that level is complete, but the next level asks us to find another fraction different from 4/10 that is also equivalent to 2/5.
Let's use the app again. Use the app to generate another fraction equivalent to 2/5. That's not it. Click on the arrows to generate another fraction that names the same point on the number line as 2/5.
Help me out, guys. What should I do?
Go until the...
Oh, here we go. Sorry. Is that right?
No. No. I think it's 10.
Well, no, they want to.
You can't do 10.
Okay, so look, we're going to look. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we broke it into 6 parts. Let's try the 6, okay?
I'll help. If we divide the whole into 15 equal parts, each part is 1/15. And this fraction is at the same point on the number line as 2/5.
Okay.
There's multiple choices for all of them.
How many 15ths are equivalent to 2/5?
What do you think? 1, 2, 4, 5,
6.
6.
6.
That's affirmative.
I'm seeing a relationship between those fractions again. How are the fractions related? 6/15 has times as many equal parts in the whole as 2/5. 6/15 has times as many shaded parts as 2/5.
What do we think? I'm going to say 3. 3.
Check you out. There are 3/15 and 1/5. So 6/15 has 3 times as many equal parts in the whole, and 3 times as many of those parts are shaded.
Okay. So we watched that. Now I'm going to show you. Give me just a moment to get this set up. You there?
Yes.
Let me get my paper. I'm going to show you. I feel very confident you already know how to do this, but I'm going to show it to you anyway. So, hold on. Let me get what I need. Everybody got plans for the week? For today?
I'm staying at my grandmother's house for 2 days.
Oh, that's nice. I bet she's excited.
My cousins are coming over Saturday and Sunday.
Oh, what are y'all going to do?
We don't know yet, but I think each day we're gonna go down to Tupelo so one of my cousins can swim,
Cool.
because she's on the swim team in North Carolina.
Ooh, okay, fancy. All right, so I'm going to show you. So we looked at it on the bar graph, okay, or the graph. So now I'm going to show you another way to find equivalent fractions. Let's say you don't have a model, and we need to find it, and we don't want to draw a model. Let me rephrase that. Probably always get a model, but we just don't want to draw one out. So let me hold on. Let me. Where did it go? Where did it go? Hold on. Darn it. Just a moment. Okay. So, can everybody see my piece of paper?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So I want to.
Yes.
All right. Well, good. All right. So I want to make an equivalent fraction. I want 1/3, and I want to make it with the denominator 6. How am I going to do that? I'm going to think 3 times what gives me 6?
2.
So if I multiply the denominator by 2, I must multiply the numerator by 2. And that gives me 2 6. Those are equivalent. Okay?
But you go to the bottom, you have to do the top.
Right. Whatever you do to the bottom, you have to do to the top. But let's make sure that we're using the proper terminology. Numerator and denominator, okay? You're right, top and bottom, but let's just go ahead and try to sound a little fancy, whatever.
Okay.
All right, let's go and do 2 6, and I want the denominator to be 12. I'm going from 2 6 to something over 12. So 6 times what gives me 12?
2.
2.
So if I multiply the denominator by 2, I have to multiply the numerator by 2, and that gives me
4 twelfths.
4 twelfths. Now, let's say that I need, can y'all see that? Is that good in focus?
Yes.
Not right. I can.
Is that better?
Yeah.
That's better. Okay. All right, good. Yeah, that's better. Okay, I think that's better. Let's see. Let's find another one. I want to make let's say I want to make an equivalent fraction for 1/4. How can I make an equivalent fraction for 1/4? Does anybody have any idea?
Hmm.
Can't I just pick a number and multiply by, I'm multiplying by the big one. It's called the big one. So if I want to multiply and I don't want to stretch my brain too much, so I'm going to use 3/3. Because if I say 3 divided by, this line right here means divided by. 3 divided by 3, I'm going to get the giant 1, is what I called it when I taught middle school. So I'm going to say 1 times 3 is 3. 4 times 3 is 12. And I'm going to check. I want to make sure I get this correct. I'm showing y'all a bunch of ways to do, easy ways, I guess.
1.
So I want to check to make sure that these fractions are equivalent. Have y'all ever heard of cross multiplying?
Yes.
Yeah, I learned it in 3rd grade.
So this thing some people call it the magic X. So I'm going to say 1 times 12 is 12. 4 times 3 is 12. Is 12 equal to 12?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Okay. All right, let me try another one. Let's say I want 1/6. What can I multiply 1/6 by?
Um,
Ooh, let's do 7. Y'all want to do 7?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is 1 times 7?
7.
7.
What is 6 times 7?
42.
Woo, good job. All right. So I'm saying that 1/6 is equivalent to 7/42. 1 times 42 is 42. 6 times 7 is 42. Voila. Now, I know how to make them. It's easy to make them bigger. All you have to do is pick a number to multiply as long as you do the numerator and the denominator by the same number. Now, let's look if I have to reduce a fraction, okay? I'm going to reduce, I've got my answer, and we'll work on these tomorrow, I believe. So I want to reduce 2/4. That is not in lowest terms. That is not simplified. I want to reduce or simplify. Okay, so I'm going to pick a number that goes into 2 and goes into 4. Does anybody know? What can I divide 2 by that I can also divide 4 by?
2.
Good.
2.
So remember, once again, whatever I do to the numerator, I have to do to the denominator. So I'm going to divide, because I'm simplifying. 2 divided by 2 is 1, and 4 divided by 2 is
2.
good. So 2/4 is equivalent to 1/2. Okay, let's do. Let's think of a little bit harder one. Let's do 6/8, and I need to reduce it or simplify it. I don't know which one your teacher called it, but they mean the exact same thing. I need to think of 6 is even and 8 is even. So I know both of those numbers are divisible by 2. So I'm going to say 2 divided by 2. What is 6 divided by 2?
3.
Good. And what is 8 divided by 2?
4.
Awesome. So 3/4 is as low as it goes. Did y'all ever hear of number buddies?
No.
If numbers are right next to each other on the number line, that means you cannot simplify them any more than what they already are. Let's think of let's think of 25 over 50. I have to reduce that. What will divide evenly into 25, and it will also divide evenly into 50? Did y'all talk about divisibility rules this past year?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so if a number ends in 5 or 0, it's both are divisible by,
5.
good, whoever said that. Okay, so 5 over 5. So what is 25 divided by 5? Or 5 times what gives me 25?
It's 5.
Excellent. And what is 50 divided by 5?
10.
Awesome. Now, is that as low as that can go?
No.
Is there, okay, there's something that is, that 5 and 10 are both divisible by. They're both divisible by 5.
5.
Okay. So that's going to give me 1/2. Okay. Now, in just a second.
Aiden left again.
I don't know if he has really good reception. Hold on.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that. All right. So, do we have any more questions about this?
No, not really.
Okay, sweet.
Well, I don't.
Okay, anybody else? All right. Well, I'm going to let you guys go. Go do your I Ready lesson, okay?
Okay, bye.
All right, bye.